Okay, well, let's see. At least we're all here as we anticipated. So really, thank you very much, John, for joining us, and even Kemba for getting on, being that, we're all in different parts of the globe at this moment, which is awesome because even Gideon is somewhere else in the world as well, our admin. But let's see if tonight we can provide just a really amazing investment opportunity for those who are joining, looking for ways to earn while they sleep, while they're at their jobs, while they're on vacation, wherever it is that they are. Once they've understood that they can invest in real estate passively to generate great returns, they will likely, want to continue to do this time and time again, either with yourselves, John, and Camilla, or with myself and Kemba. So today we are so excited to share with you a land development project from our special guests, Camilla and John Lindo. Myself and Kemba were here 2 weeks ago with you, sharing with you our own project that we have in our local area, the Toronto area, Ontario, Canada. But this couple is doing it not just in Ontario, they're out in Alberta. They are doing it globally as well, and they're going to share with you one of their projects that they feel will be an amazing opportunity for you to invest in. So, John, I'm going to allow you to begin. Kemba, you are remember to let people in as we go.
Hello, everyone. My name is John Lindo, and my other half, Camila Lindo. Fortunately, she's not here, but she's happy because she's shopping and she loves shopping. But don't say I say, okay? Love
No,
shopping.
it's okay. We'll keep it our secret.
Yes. So you know what? I really, really love this topic. Earn while you sleep. I love it. Like, it's one of the most perfect. Like, I don't know if there's any more topic could be matching than this one. It's such a great topic that we can talk about this evening. I'm in Mexico. I'm in my car. So, as you know, I'm a big fan of earn while you sleep.
Yes.
So it's such great feeling when you're on vacation, you're lying on the beach or you're sleeping, woke up in the morning and you see tons of rent or tons of your investment money into your account. It's such a great feeling. It's a feeling that I love, and I'm loving it more and more every day. You
Yes.
know, like we're in Mexico as we speak, 2 weeks, me and my family, and we have rent coming in, we have investment money coming in. And so it's such a great feeling. And that's one of the things we want to talk about today, because we realize that a lot of people don't understand about investing. Investing is where it's at, so to speak. It's the only way you can get generation wealth. Is the only way you can so to speak leave something for your loved ones. It's a great opportunity to leave something for your loved ones. And and unfortunately I have to say, but I want to say it, your 9 to 5 job won't do it. It just won't happen. It won't happen. You will work, and you're a good worker, and you work there for 10, 15, 20, 30, 40 years. And only thing the boss will say to you, hey, John was a very good worker. They will put you on a stage, they'll probably put a crown on your head, or probably give you a little plaque and say you're a good worker. And then you know what? There's a younger guy with a smarter brain who will take your job, even though you're in it 40 years. And then you gotta go home, find something else to do and go retirement. And then your kids will have to come and do the same. When you invest, it's a different ball game, especially in real estate. The good thing about real estate, every day, every click the clock click, your property is worth in more and more money. Every click the clock click, every sleep you sleep and wake up, your property worth more. Your investment money is gaining more. So I would love to present this deal to somebody, give somebody an opportunity to start investing. And I'm willing to help somebody to learn. So it's I say to my investors, it's good to learn and earn at the same time. So a little bit about myself and Camila. We are immigrant from Jamaica. We've been here. Camila came here 9 years ago on a work program. Well, not a work program, but a school program. She was here for six months, and then she realized that myself and the boys could to join her. We came to Canada, but from a long time, I like to be an entrepreneur. So I got a nice job. Well, it was a nice job, but it was paying little to nothing. It was $15 per hour. I'm not one of the person with a great education, so I love to work with my hands. So we came to Canada at a place called CCTF. We got $15 per hour. They used to do profit sharing. So after the end of the year, whatever thing you don't destroy, whatever thing is left over, they will run survey, you would say. And if we save a lot of stuff, they will give a profit share. So the owner said to me one day, "You are the first worker ever come to work every day." And I said to myself, well, it's not every day I want to come to work, but because my wife is going to school and my two sons going to school, I have to be here. Anyway, fast forward. So we plan to get into real estate. It wasn't easy. Like nothing in the world will be easy the first time. Went into real estate, and we start by using others people's money. How it work? You find a deal, you find people, and they invest in your project. Now it's your responsibility to make sure that the project work, that you can repay everybody. So Camille and myself were doing real estate for 4 years, just 4 years. 4 years. We have invested in duplex, fourplex, multifamily. Then we join a few real estate group, and we learn education is the key. So we learn how to do these things, and we were introduced to a 17 units into a little town called Drumheller. Now, I didn't know much about Drumheller, but when I researched Drumheller, I realized a very interesting area. So we bought this place, and we were doing renovation. Well, because it's a town where not a lot of renovation is done, so people wouldn't go to the town to get permits. But because we need to change windows, do stuff, we ask for permit. So we go to the town, ask for permit, and the town said, you know, I realize that you're investors and you're serious investors. Would you buy a piece of land from us? So, well, yeah, because I'm like that. So we look on the piece of land. It's one of the most beautiful land in Canada. I'm telling you, it's not because of mine, but this land is in the middle of town and it's on a hill. So you can stand on the land, you can see everything. You can see people walking into bank, people walking into hotel, all around. So the land is 17 acres of land. We did our research, and it's like it were meant to be, like it was there waiting for us. So one of our stipulation from the town is that you have to buy the land and you have to build on it right away. You can't buy the land, sit on it, get invalid and sell it to somebody. We don't want that. So what we did, because we never done land development before, so what we did, we hire the expert. And I think that was the best thing we've done. We hired an expert, we hired an urban planner. They came and they sketch out the plan. We presented to the town. The good thing about it, that day they invited the mayor of the town to the meeting. The mayor loved it. The mayor loved the plans and everything. So now we are planning to build, as you can see there, it's like a whole community by itself. It's one of those next level investment where you can rest assured that you can invest your money and you can sit, close your eyes and trust us. and invest in this, and it's become a blessing. Like, we started with just a duplex. And today, as you will see down in the slide, another about 4 different slides, God has blessed us with about 128 doors.
Oh, wow. You're way
Yeah,
ahead of me.
yeah. Well, you're
I'll
going
just
to
go to it to show them. You mean right here?
right. Okay, perfect, perfect. So all of those building, we didn't get it because we're good, but because we trust the process. We are God-fearing people. We love God, we love people. So everything that we do, you can see my award there. My yeah, I got it from Keyspire.
Keyspire, yeah.
Yeah, so you can see the numbers, what we're making, and that is from 2022. So those are some of our properties that we are doing. That's a 17-plex in the left-hand corner there that I was telling you about. That's what we bought there, right? Thank you, Andrew. That's what we bought in Drumheller, and we asked because we changed all the windows, so we asked for permit, and that's how the land came up. Now, the good thing about this land, we bought it from the town. We had a meeting with the mayor, and the mayor, she loved the project. This is a secret. I hope the mayor don't hear this. She said, listen, whatever you guys need to do, whatever you guys need to do to let this project happen, it will happen. Now, let me tell you a little bit about Drumheller. Drumheller is a small town, about 8,000 people live in Drumheller. Drumheller is zero vacant. You can't find a place to live in Drumheller. Like, you cannot find a place to live in Drumheller. Yeah? It's only 8,000 people live there. But listen to this. There's a hospital there. There were 600 workers. One of the biggest prison in Alberta is in Drumheller. So you have tons of securities, lots of warders who want to bring their family from Ontario, from Saskatoon, from wherever. They want to come to live because it's a good paying job. But they just cannot bring their family there because there's no place to live. Like, we have in our property there, we have about 4 warders. They live with each other, like they're like live in one unit because there's just not place to live. It's zero vacancy. The next thing about Drumheller is it's a dinosaur museum in Drumheller. So in 2019, when was pandemic, Drumheller have over 460,000 visitors from all over Canada goes to Drumheller. They goes to Drumheller. They love Drumheller. They want to live in Drumheller. Drumheller is it's just one of those towns where you go there, you fall in love. It's like a village. It's like a lot of hills and greenery, and it's just beautiful with the badland, the dirt biking, the river. It's just so many things in Drumheller, and there are people are dying to live in Drumheller, but there's just not a place to live in Drumheller. So when we came up with this and presented to the town with the council, now you probably don't familiar with councils. They are the biggest hindrance when you're doing land development. They will just feel like, no, you're not supposed to do it. No, we're giving you a hard time. The good thing about our land, everybody in the council are 100% with it. Even the mayor said to them, listen, whatever this take to get done, we need this project because we are losing money. We're losing money in this town. People cannot find place to live. One young lady just got a job with the town, and she wants to find a place to live to bring her family to Drumheller. And she's just to rent like a 1 unit. That's how tough it is in Drumheller. They need places. This is a great opportunity for investors to invest. The good thing about it, we have a solid portfolio. So it's, well, in everything that you do, there's a risk, but there's 99.9 no risk in this project, because we have done so much project before, but this big one, it's a next level investment, and that's the reason we hire the expert to do it. Yeah, do you have any question for me, Andrea?
Well, what I was trying to just determine here, for those attendees that did get to join, was there a challenge getting in tonight? Because we're just trying to figure out what has happened to some of our guests. So not so much a question about your project as yet, which I do think it would be good to chat about shortly. I'm just trying to establish whether we've given people the right information to get in. So if you're here and you can just maybe type in the chat, did you use the link that we supplied today again to get in, or did you have to go back to the Eventbrite link? That's all. Yes, so I think the project sounds fantastic, John, that, and to have the city support means, for example, that this will, just go through no problem, which is awesome. And to be able to provide housing and put it, into a place where there's a demand and a need. Because I mean, to have zero, like vacancy is fantastic. That's the dream, right? When you're buying a property and or developing and building in an area, to know that you'll easily either be able to tenant it or sell it,
Yep.
and meet the needs of the community.
So for that 17 plex that we bought, we have already done 8 of the units. The first 5 units we renovated. We have 29 family reach out to us to say, hey, we will pay more to get that. Like 29 family for the 5 units. We were able to pick and choose. Well, not pick and choose, but first come, first serve. We were able to rent those like in less than a day. That's how bad it is when it come on to Drumheller, finding a place to live.
Mm-hmm.
So, John, can I ask a question?
Yes.
In terms of the investment, I think maybe you're getting to this point, but investors are looking at, what are they looking at in terms of when they come into this investment as a return? Are you getting to that?
Yes, but I'll wait for you to ask the question. I prefer when my investors ask me question. I love it. I kind of enjoy that part, because one of the things we don't want, we would never like people to invest with us. It's a tough feeling when people already invest with you, and in the middle of the investment they're asking like a question. It make you feel like you didn't do something right. So one of the things that we say to our partners or investors, we say, please ask as much question as possible. Like, make sure that you understand what you want to ask. Ask as much as possible before you invest with us as a family.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So I guess when you explain the investment, so for example, if I were to put 100,000 in for the 3 years, I would be coming out with $45,000 at the end.
Exactly.
That's really good. So I'm
and those are money that sit in the bank that the bank is making money off, and you're not making money. I wrote the other day on a page where I said it was the same. I was just encouraging somebody, and the leader of the group said, saving money is dead money. Like, when you have money sitting down saving, it's basically dead money, because if you don't touch it, it will just go down. Like, you check your money that you're saving in 2-3 years, like, there's so much money that came out of it by not touching it. You know what I'm saying? So to invest 100K in 3 years and get 45K on it, doing nothing, you can go about your business. Go work if you want to work. Go sleep if you want to sleep. Go vacation if you want vacation. That's you can't beat that, right?
Mm-hmm,
Yes.
mm-hmm.
Good.
It's fantastic. I think I'd rather put my money to work and have the money pay me
The
than
next
to
one.
leave it with the bank.
So
Exactly.
a legal document, right? A legal document.
I think I'll have to mute people as they come in, because I can hear people.
I did, Andrea, go ahead.
Okay.
And John, when you say when do you think the project is going to get started? How long before the project starts?
Basically, we started the project already.
Okay.
So I don't know if you're talking about shoveling ground.
Yeah.
Shoveling ground is kind of another 10 to 11 months, because even though the city or the town is willing to extradite all the paperwork, we want to make sure on our ends that we're doing the right thing. So we're doing all the geotech, we're doing the engineering study, we're doing the transportation study, we're doing the slope studies, we are doing a lot of studies. These take lots of money. If you know, like, these engineers, they are telling you, like, are you hearing me clear, right?
Yes.
Yes, you're doing,
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
it's great.
As I said again, I'm sorry, listeners. I'm in a car. I'm in Mexico. We bought a property down here and we are furnishing it, and we are furnishing our sunroom. He's coming on Saturday. He's go to school in Mississauga, so we want to finish up his place before he arrive on Saturday. So we are pushing as much as possible. So yeah, so shoveling ground gonna take another 10 to 11 months. But the good thing about it, the paperwork, and I'm just conservative on all those dates because they said the town, the mayor give her approval on the project already, and they are willing to extradite as fast as possible because they are losing tons of money in the town. Yeah.
And how many phases? Because I see you have first phase financing. How many phases do you think the project will have?
So we're doing 6 phases. The first phase is 81 units. For the first phase, it's gonna be 6 phases.
Okay. So it's a big project. That's big. That's
It's,
awesome.
it's another community. It's a next level community. So the investment, so to speak.
I'm just seeing if there was anything else we missed here. No.
Yeah,
So
maybe you can go back to
we
the
can give
diagram of it.
others an opportunity to ask questions as well. So if you raise your hand or if you type in the chat, if you have any questions, and we apologize to those of you that are coming in a little later, we will share the recording. We're apologizing if you did miss some of the very details that you might want to know and understand about this. So don't worry if you ask a question that we've already covered. The information, we're happy to respond right now. John is waiting for questions.
I'm waiting for question. And I did start when you asked me to why, Sister Camila. I started very where we just came to Canada and working because I just want to prove to somebody that if I can do it, anybody else can do it. That's the reason I started from $15 per hour at CCTF and all my upcoming. So I'm saying if I can do it, I start that way because I want everyone in the here at the program tonight to say if John can do it, I can do it. I'm telling you, it can be done because I'm a living testimony here.
Absolutely. So John, there's
John has a question in the chat. I'm answering it because I think that you'll agree with me. They want to know, does it matter where you're located for this investment? If they're in Toronto, for example, can they invest with you in Edmonton or Alberta? I believe this is the Calgary area anyways. That's what they want to know. And probably others are doing the same.
Well, you know what? Most of my investors, they're from Ontario. So yes, for sure, you can invest with me anywhere in the United States, in Canada, wherever you at. Because what we did, we have a financial team, Axiom, who is doing all the money works for us. So we won't have any problem with the government. They're licensed to deal with bulk of money. This project gonna take over $60 million to do. So I don't want to deal with money to get in trouble. So we hire. It's expensive, but we hire a financial group to deal with all your money, all your taxes, all your interests, the compound interest, everything. We just put you onto them and they will explain everything to you.
Amazing.
Yes.
That's good.
That's awesome. And you know what, it is much better. It definitely, the size demands this team, but even if you want to scale when you're starting small, it's always great to have a team of experts and knowledgeable individuals that can carry out things for you.
On the Zoom.
So
John is out shopping, by the way. So he's out shopping.
Sorry, it's my son. It's my son. He think he's my dad all the time, eh?
He's trying to give you directions. Dad, did you do this?
So John, I have another question, sorry. And just so I understand how it works, like if I wanted to invest today, what are the next steps for me to do to be able to get into the investment? Like, do I call you? Do I meet with you? How do we do the next steps for me to actually put money into this investment? And then like, is there a cash flow from it, or do I get paid at the end?
It's different way. The good thing about this project, it's very flexible. So if you want to invest in 1 year, if you want to do 2 year, 3 years, if you want to invest, all you need to do, all our information are there. So you can do your research first. When you finish, you're comfortable, then you send us an email or a call. I love to chat. You call, say, hey, John, we saw we're on the live, or we saw your recordings. We want to invest with you. What do we do? Well, I'll find out if you have cash, or if you have registered funds, or you have ELAC sitting in the bank with equity in the property. Whatever you have, we'll help you. If you don't understand, we'll help you how to direct that to Axiom, who will take care of the financial part. And you will tell us if you want your interest upfront, you want it at the end, or you want whatever. We have flexible term. That's the good thing, because we have a pool of money sitting there, can pay you out wherever way you want.
Awesome. So this
I like that. It's good. It
flow
can be catered to any type of person or investor, and that's excellent.
Okay.
So I have put the information here on the screen. Even if you don't get it, or someone missed out, you can share it with them, or like John, you can reach out to Kemba and I, and we'll help coordinate and connect you with John and Camilla at any time. Like John said, there's multiple phases, so that even if you have capital that's currently invested or tied up in something else, but it's coming due in the upcoming, weeks, months, year, you can still participate in this project at any point in the near future, right, John? So it's not even just today.
And the good thing, I'm sorry, Andre, the good thing about land development is a different kind of investment. It's not like a house where you build or you renovate and wait to refinance to make your money. Land development is it's a whole different investment. It's a raw piece of dirt. The moment you buy it, and you get an appraisal. So if you buy it for 500,000, you get an appraisal. The appraisal guy gonna ask you, what are you gonna bill on it? The moment you told him what you're gonna bill on it, the value start to raise already without doing nothing. Nothing. That's the good thing about land development. Then you go to another step. Every piece of permit the city unto you, every piece of permit, without you doing nothing, without you even chop up a grass or a piece of stick, every permit the city unto you, the value of the land go up. Every phase of the land that you service, you put in your water, your sewage, whatever, the value of the land go up. So before we even put a shovel in the ground, we can pay out everybody, because the land will be triple before you even touch the dirt with shovel. So every stage. So the good thing about this investment, we can exit, because we believe in exit before you enter. In all of our deals, but what we do, we run the numbers, we see our exit strategy before we enter. We're not one of the investors who go into the middle of the deal and then scratch your head and wonder what you're going to do. No, we have different strategy where we say, all right, this is the exit strategy we're going to exit. The good thing about land development, we can exit it. We can just service the land, and we call a builder and say, hey, we service this land. We have done all the dirty works for you. We have go through all the headaches with the town. We're going to sell it to you. So we can buy the land for 500,000. And before you put even a shovel in there, it can worth $3-4 million. That's the good thing about land development. It's a great way to invest.
I agree with that. So John, the other question I have, and maybe this is for a future session, but I'd love to see you come back when those units are available for sale, because if Drumheller is a great place to live and people are looking for, if all the units don't sell out to like primary owners, a landlord would have a great opportunity to rent out some of those units, right?
Yes. So we're doing it different ways. So I'm glad you touched on that, Kimber, because we're planning to do, so in the main building, where we're going to do the main level, it's a commercial. We're going to have coffee shop there. We're going to have different stuff, because we want to have one of the building for seniors. So what we're planning to do, we're planning to sell investors. So investors can come and buy it as a second home. So it's a second home, just as we do in Mexico here. You buy the property. When you want to go chill out, you go there, chill out with your family for 3-4 weeks. When you're not there, we have people, we're planning to have people who you can buy the property, you can Airbnb, and you have people there who clean the place for you. So there's different ways. We're planning to make it very attractive. So we're going to have a spa there. So say, for instance, you buy one of them and you want to go for 2 weeks. you can go, or your friends or your parents, whoever you want to go for the week. You buy one of those properties, you go there, you enjoy yourself, you have your spa there, you can do whatever you want to do, and then you can rent it out when you're not there. So there's so many different options in this development. Also, we are planning to do pre-sales. So before we even start to build, we're gonna have a pre-sale where people can pay 10% and while we build. There are different ways. So we have so much exit strategy in this land development deal.
That's awesome. The pre-sale is an excellent way as well. And having a smaller upfront deposit structure will give people opportunities to get started. I mean, it's when I was getting started in real estate, that's what I loved about pre-construction, was that you didn't have to go in with it all upfront. You could do, slower or smaller increments over time, so that yeah, you had time to break it all down and prepare yourself. So I see that we first of all, I mean, I'm not sure if people realize you can ask questions, you can type it in the chat, you can raise your hands, and we will come to you. So, oh, Nathan, you have a question? Go ahead.
Hello, good afternoon, good evening.
Good
Thanks,
afternoon.
Kemba, Andrea. Awesome. I love seeing you guys doing great things always. John, pleasure to meet you. In regards to the investment, the ROI, I believe I may have missed the slide. Return on investment, what's the time frame and what's the ROI that we're looking to get?
Okay, so it's if it's cash, it's 15%.
Okay.
If it's registered funds, we're doing 12%, but the 12% is gonna be compound interest. So we're giving a 12% solid, a promise, but it depends on what amount of money you put in. It will be a compound interest. So say for instance, you say, John, I want to invest $10, just numbers. So you put in $10, it's there. You want quarterly interest. So every quarterly, your interest will go right back into your registered funds account. Most time you'd have to wait until the project finish to invest that money again. We're not doing it this way. As soon as the investment interest go back into your account, we'll invest that money again. So you basically have, you know what I'm saying? So every month, every quarterly, you will have more investment. So you can end up make 20%, but we are promising you 12 solid percent. I will allow my financial advisor to explain that to you if you want to be on the project. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. And what's the time frame for the project to be completed?
Well, phase one, we're looking at phase one about two to 3 years.
Okay.
And phase one will be the hardest. You know, it depends on the sale. Yeah, it depends on the sale and phase one. Probably we could do phase two and phase three at the same time. You know, but the good thing about this project, it's flexible. So it's all flexible.
Okay. And you said there's 6 phases. How many houses in total are going to be built?
260 to 283.
Wow. Oh, awesome. Thank you.
It's going to be 12 buildings, but 260 to 283 units.
Wow. That's definitely a big project. Thank you.
Good. Let's see if we have any other questions. As I said, you can also type your questions in the chat, or you can raise your hand to ask John. He loves getting questions. And plus, this is the time to get, to have your answers or to know more. We'll absolutely give you a chance if you wish to speak to John. You can always message or communicate with him as well to get more specifically what you want answered. And as he said, he has experts that can work with you to help you understand the process of investing with him and choosing what makes the most sense for you in terms of the structure, because it isn't a one method. You can choose it according to what makes sense most for you and best fit.
So the fact that nobody's asking a question, I have a question for the group. I have a question myself for the group. What would hinder you from not investing? Like, what would be the cause stop you from not investing at this time?
So for anyone that's here, feel free again, you can raise your hand and share, and or you can type in the chat, because I think that is a good point to be made. John has already said back here, we've said that it's a minimum of 25,000, right? And most of the times, Kemba and I always say to people, to us, it doesn't matter how you come up with that 25,000. If you wish to do it all yourself, or if you wish to do it collaboratively with 2, 3, 4, 5 people, we're typically going to just work with the one person, but you can do it any which way. So someone's response in the chat is raising capital to invest. So maybe they're saying what's holding them back is the ability to have the capital, but you may already have the capital, is what John and we are saying, is because you may already have registered funds, either sitting at a bank and or sitting somewhere where it may not be invested, earning returns of the 12%. Okay,
Thank you. Thank you, Andrea, for answering that question for me.
Sorry. So yes, because I just think if your challenge is raising capital, do it collectively. You can partner with others. My very first investment in a project, not a land development project. Yes, it was land development, because it was in the Niagara Falls area and they were building, it was Crystal Beach, is I partnered with someone in the family for her to come up with some and I to come up with the rest, and we invested it and both benefited from the great return that we were getting on it. She didn't need the payout immediately. I was, self-employed, a real estate investor. So the payout to me made a difference. And I accepted the payout at the front end. And we decided, because we had the option of choosing to have, like you said, we can structure it through your deal. Similarly, in this deal, we could structure it so we had some that we got paid up front, and the difference we got paid at the back end, because we did it over a 2-year period. And actually the project went longer than 2 years. And because it went longer than 2 years, guess what, people, if the project goes longer than the term that you've committed to, or that John and Camilla is asking for, they continue to pay you as long as your money is invested within the project, and the project continues. So in our deal, the project continued for, it was over 3 years on this one. And because we were still earning, we kept our money in there earning as well. And I remember when the payout occurred, I think I told you about it, Kemba, it was like almost perfect timing. Had we taken it the year before or whatever, we might have done something different, but it was almost perfect timing for another project that had come up and was, we were able to line it up with to then invest in as well. So, it's a great way to invest. You're supporting development, you're supporting improving an area, and especially an area or a part of the country where housing is in demand or in need. And then, of course, you're earning money. You're earning money while you vacation, while you work.
While you sleep.
So, I loved it. And as I said, the timing was just perfect when it became available again for me to do something else. All I did was and John, you will always have other projects. So you can always have it line up with another project that John may have or that we may bring to you to share with you, because there are definitely many, many opportunities like this, and you can use registered funds. So, and when we say registered, John, does that mean that they can use an RESP, a TFSA, an RRSP, a LIRA?
All of those can be used.
All of the above?
Yes.
You
also
have them.
ELOC. Also ELOC that's sitting in a property for a long time. So because a lot of people don't know that they have ELOC. Like, you bought a house for 10, 15 years, you've been paying that interest, and okay, you want to pay it down, but there's a lot of money sitting right in the back of it. They're sitting right there, and the bank is using it and just enjoying themselves, and you're not making anything. So the 15% of an ELOC, 15% with a property that's been paying mortgage in 10 years, I'm sure you have a lot of ELOC there. You go to the bank, you have a job, I need an ELOC, I need some investment, I want to do some investment or whatever you want to tell them. Yeah, yeah. Most time the bank will say 6%. You have to pay 6% of that money. But if you are getting 15%, you're making 9% on it and paying the bank the 6, and you're still paying your mortgage. There's so many different ways that people individual can invest, but you just need to know how to do it.
Yes. And, we agree, John, it's great to go to the bank and ask, but even if you go to the bank and ask and they say no, don't be deterred and don't be disappointed. Just come back to Kemba and I, and we'll help lead you to someone who can help you get that yes. Because I do find that oftentimes when I go to the bank, it's not always straight and narrow and easy to get a solution, but I've never been the person to just say, oh, you said no, oh, well, that's it. No, I'll look for another solution. I'll find another way. And, or like I said, you can talk to us if you're not sure how else, because that is your money, right? That equity in your property is your money, and you should be able to access it and use it for opportunities like this, where you can put your money to work for you. Okay, because you've been working hard for your money and you were diligent at saving and accumulating. First of all, you were diligent on preparing and planning to buy a home and own it for 5, 10 years. Now you want to use the capital that you have accumulated in there to work hard for you. So, and as it's not customary for people to do that. And so sometimes maybe at the bank, they may shy away from it, or they may, not give you the opportunity, but you have every right to ask for your capital. You can do it through a home equity line of credit, like John said, or if your mortgage is coming up for renewal, you can refinance and take it out at that time.
So many different ways.
So many ways. And those are, it's so important, this education that you're providing tonight, John, for them, and as well this opportunity, because I don't think that we often learn these things at the bank, and we think, and we get accustomed to thinking that investing doesn't always pay, because if we have money at the bank, I mean, my daughter, she's 19 years old, and she said, Mom, they sent me my statement. I earned like $1 on my money for the year. That's all of 2022. She's disgusted and disappointed. And I remember at her age when I was saving, because she is saving and has quite a bit accumulated. I keep telling her not to leave it at the bank, but she's a very hard head. She's 19. She's not going to listen to me. Either way, she's learning quickly, like I did, that your money at the bank does not pay, and it does not help you earn and build wealth. What John and we are sharing with you tonight does give you the opportunity to earn money on yours and help you change, the future for yourself and your family. At 10, 12, 15, 20%, you can do better. At, 1 or less, the opportunity does not exist.
Right, exactly.
Hey, John, I have one last question. Can I come visit the project when you're breaking ground?
Is John still there? Yeah, John?
Yeah, I'm still there.
Okay. Kemba wants to come out and visit you when you're breaking ground on Drumheller.
When I'm breaking ground, of course.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me just a minute, please. Just a minute. Let me just put this on no disturb. Hello, I'm sorry about that. Getting calls.
Yeah, that
Yes,
happens.
the good thing about Drumheller, you can go on a vacation down there, and you can come to the project. Like, the project is there. Once you're on vacation, go to the dinosaur museum. The project is right there. It's next door to the Scotiabank. It's next door to the what you call it, the dollar store. It's just right there. It's close to all the restaurants. Everything is just right there. It's close to the tire shop. It's right there. So once you're on vacation, Kimber, you can call me and say, John, I'm on the project here. I'm on the land.
Well, you know what? Because we have folks who are interested in the project, I would love to see that, in 10 months or 12 months, when you've done all your studies and stuff like that, it would be amazing for us to come and show people, what actually happens once you've gotten through those stages, that phase of financing, and now you're putting shovels in the ground. I think people would really like to see that when you get there. So
You were saying, I'm sorry. Say it again, Kimba. I'm sorry
I
about that.
said, you know, we'd love to see when you get to that point when all the studies are done, and then we can actually come see, you know, the shovels start getting into the ground for phase 1, and just follow you for the process, because it's amazing what you're doing. John's getting calls. I think we're losing John now.
Yeah.
No, I'm good. I put it on disturb. Somebody calling me from St. Martin. It's okay. Go ahead.
No, I just said, like, we really want to follow you for what you're doing, right? And so when the project gets to the point where you've done all the studies and then you're breaking ground, we'd love to come out and see it, and maybe record and just share with everyone, you know, who's here tonight, and folks who start, you know, really getting into the project, like what's happening. So, you know, people just like to see how it works and what's happening. So I would love, and Andrea, I'm sure you and I can, if we're in Alberta again, you know, in the next while, just take a look at the project and see how the process.
Agreed. Yeah.
That would be great. That would be great.
Yeah. Okay.
Awesome.
So if no one has any questions, Andrea, I don't know if you want to.
What is this?
I think, yeah, no, I think that's it. John, we will let you go, because we know that you do have commitments, and we appreciate your time taking the effort while you're away, still building your portfolio, coming on and sharing with us and those here on the chat, on the call, what it is that they could participate in. So yeah, you're free to go, and you know, we will definitely look forward to sharing this opportunity with others again, and hearing from you as to who is able to connect and get involved. Please do note, we have provided again on the screen here the contact information for John and Camilla, and you can always let them know that you were here tonight. Feel free to share it with someone who may also benefit from and or is interested in investing passively to earn while they sleep. So that thank you, John, for joining us. We really appreciate your time and your knowledge, because we know that, you know, you have definitely accomplished quite a bit in you know, the past few years since you've been investing in real estate. Did we lose John? Is he still here?
No, it looks like he dropped off.
Okay, so that's okay. I think we do there's someone that we keep the call keeps dropping for them or something, and they keep coming
Yes,
back in. So
I
we
let them back in.
apologize if it didn't quite work out as smoothly for you as it should have, you know, getting in tonight. We still did capture the recording. And for some of you that missed it, you can, you know, definitely replay it, or even if you just want to replay it just to see that you're getting all the parts and understanding the project and the different features of it, you know, we'll absolutely make the recording available for you as well. Kemba, I don't know that it makes sense to still, but we can just give a review of if you were here before, you would have been able to see that Kemba and I also have a project in the Brampton area of Toronto GTA called Rogers Road. And it's our land development project. Definitely the size is different from the one that John just covered in Drumheller, the project that he's doing there in Alberta. But the size doesn't matter. The fact that we're developing, we are making sure that we give you opportunities to invest in these developments and put your money to work for you so that you can earn while you sleep. That's what it's all about. I mean, once we discovered that, we realized that it made sense to, like John said, to unlock, you know, the equity in your home, or to use the RRSPs or the retirement proper money that you've already accumulated, education money that you've already accumulated, and put it to work. So if you don't know Kemba and I, we are professional real estate investors. We are mom. You know, we've been building wealth through real estate for a number of years, and our strategy has largely been buy and hold, with holding onto and building largely multifamily units. We have now started doing land acquisitions and developing those as well. Our portfolio is across Canada. And so we are actually in Alberta too, not too far away from John, and here largely in Ontario, the US and the Caribbean. And so we are absolutely encourage any one of you to make sure that you take the
I
time.
think we've all been doing the same
Sorry?
thing. We're going to work, we're
Here.
coming home, we're saving our money, but somewhere around the pandemic, I said, this isn't working. Prices of real estate were going sky high. Our kids weren't gonna be able to afford a home. The way we were saving wasn't gonna be able to, we weren't gonna be able to help them purchase a home. So I was looking around, I ended up finding Keene Real Estate's wealth building workshop. I took the workshop. I ended up becoming a client of Kim and Andrea, and we're actually standing in my rental property that we're getting ready right now. And then the exciting opportunity to invest in Brampton's Roger Road came along. And with Kim and Andrea's over 20 years of investing in real estate experience, it just made sense.
So we just thought it was, if you were here before, it's great. That means that you understand and know, and if you know the GTA, you know that Brampton is definitely a very strong community filled with many newcomers. It's got a great economy, strong economy. It's very close to Toronto and close to the United States, because we're like less than an hour and a half to the New York border. And so it's a great place to build. It's a great place to live, as well as to raise a family. And we just think that if you are looking for great opportunities like land development, this project would be also a project that you can consider, and you can speak more to us one-on-one. But there are some areas in Brampton that have fairly large lots. What we're looking at is taking this large lot and severing it, splitting it into two, and building 3 units on each lot, so that we can intensify and provide more housing for a much needed, area, especially much needed area in the GTA, where, it's very, most of the people that come to Canada come to the Toronto and Brampton area. So the property is really well located. It's situated close to I want you to look at some of this before we have to say goodbye. The concept plan, you can see that it's fairly large lot. It's close to downtown Brampton, Gage Park, Rose Theatre, close to the highways, a lot of amenities close by. Here, Ontario and Williams Parkway are the 2 major intersections that it lies. It's like less than a 5-minute walk. And so it's an excellent place to build and develop. And there are more lots similar like this that can obviously utilize this strategy that we've employed to help intensify that area in Brampton. This is some of the numbers. We've already raised some of the capital. We are looking to raise more capital. We already have 1.3 mil raised. We're looking to raise another 1.6 to get the next phase of the project complete once we have the severance, and we are prepared to now tear down the current home, which is a bungalow, and build these 2 detached homes with 2 units, and then as well the garden suite or the additional unit on the back lot. So right now our focus is to look for individuals who have a minimum of 50,000 to put in. We're offering 15% annually on that investment, and we are looking for cash investors. The project, in size, it's probably from purchase and until we've completed the build, like all the money that it takes to develop and build these 2 lots, we're going to need about total 3 mil. And we figure that based on the numbers and the growth and value of properties in Brampton, we'll be able to sell it closer to 4 mil. So we have quite a bit of value and equity that we can realize from this project. Hence, we can provide our investors with great returns. So it all depends on what you're looking for and how much capital you have. Like we saw in the chat, someone said that one of the things is to raise the capital. We know that getting a 50,000 minimum investment is something that may take work if you don't own a home or if you don't have registered funds already. And that's why when I started, I partnered with family to get going, right? So if you're investing 100,000 over 2 years, because we are looking for about an 18, 24-month term, what that means to you is at 15%, that's 30,000 that you can accumulate, that you can have paid back to you at the end or paid over the duration of the investment. And so to me, I didn't know where else I can get great returns like this. And this project and projects like this one will give you, as an investor, an opportunity to earn while you sleep. It's simple. You are now probably bringing in what would be maybe a salary for someone, and or if you were trying to work and earn additionally, it would be very hard to make this kind of income without having to maybe give up sleep. And we're saying you can do it while you sleep. So, and of course, if you were to able to get started and invest, and you had a much larger sum, and or if you have a larger sum in general and you come to us, we absolutely want to reward you for to have greater amounts invested in this project, and we would give a greater return. For investors who have 250 or more to invest, that's 18% that we would offer in terms of return. We did have a time, it is time sensitive. It was until March 24th. I think that Kemba and I would be willing to extend it till the end of March, but look at the returns to you over that 2-year term. You now have 36% return, which is on a $250,000 invested amount. You're now bringing in 90,000 over that 2-year term. Right? So your total amount returned to you with your capital and your return would be 340,000, an excellent way to accumulate and amass wealth. Okay, so the next steps really, whether you're doing it with the project that John has shared earlier or the one that we're sharing right now, is to book a one-on-one with us, or to set up and reach out to us. We're going to share our contact information. We've got our QR code there on the screen. If you want to scan it, you can get booked right away to discuss with us further the opportunity to invest in this project, or to invest in the project that we shared earlier in Alberta through John Drumheller. Okay. And there's our contact info. We really do appreciate the fact that you take the time to come on, that you're patient with us with sometimes the challenges that you may experience or that we may experience. We do look forward to working with some of you on either this project or even any other aspect of our business. We are largely focused on education. So we do that through courses, coaching and consultation. So please, take a look at our website, learn more, make sure that you become a part of our Facebook community and our Instagram group, so that you can continually be having access to the types of investments that we can bring to you from ourselves or our community and network of others that have fantastic projects, both locally here in Ontario or across Canada and across the globe. Because as you can see, that project that John is working on right now in Mexico is also a project that I know that several people have invested in with him as well, and are earning great returns on that. So please please book with us, and thank you for joining us tonight. We really do hope to get to connect with you in the upcoming week. Someone said, could you please share the Facebook group? Yes, we can. Let's provide that right now. Let me see if I can just pull that up. Emma, do you have that readily? I do want to share it before we end the call, if we can. The Facebook group. My apologies. I'm just looking to see if I have the link for it.
I'm getting it. Let me just.
Okay, I think I found it here. Sorry, guys. Thank you for being patient again. Yeah, there it is. Thank you for putting it in there quicker than I could have. But yes, join our Facebook community group. We do also share with you in that group some of the opportunities that come up, because some of them are just more available just to people who are part of our community. We do often also share on our Eventbrite opportunities to learn more, And we hope that you'll continue to follow us and learn more over time, so that maybe today you don't have the large amount of capital to do it, but over time you may acquire that through your first property or through doing investments with us and or partnerships with others, okay, that come along with you to invest with us. Thank you everyone for joining us tonight, and we really do appreciate your time and look forward to working with you in the near term.
Have a great night, everyone.
Yes, thank you. Let me see, Kemba, who was recording?
I did.
Okay, good.
Thanks, Chris.
Yes.